This week's edition of Diggnation is brought to you by GoDaddy.com, Cashfly.com, Barterby.com, and Beavertown.
Every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health. That's a pala for.
Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
This is my favorite story of all time. All right, moving on. You put zombie and you put theory in the title, and I don't want to do it.
Theory zombie Kevin.
Diggnation.com.
Hello and welcome to Diggnation, episode number 43. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation covers some of the weekly top stories on the social news website Digg.com. That's Digg.com.
That's right, and we are coming to you from San Francisco, and I have to say, I got my new laptop.
Yes.
That's right. The boys at Falcon finally finished the Bad Mama Jamma. As you can see, hand-painted. The Diggnation logo.
You can't see the Digg that well, though.
I don't. They used a different color on the Digg than is on the shirt.
You probably use some whiteout or something to kind of.
Yes, I'll put whiteout on it. That's what I'll do. A motorcycle guy hand painted this, and so I'm just gonna be like, whiteout. So thanks to them, and I wanted to say, Kelt Reeves is the president of Falcon, and he helped me pick out the laptop and all that stuff. And
it's cool.
The guy who actually told him about it is a guy named Ian Bell. So thank you very much, Ian, from DesignTechnica.com, who was a fan of the show.
You got to show they put your little name
Oh yeah,
on
look. They put my name. Alex. Isn't that nice? It's the little touches.
It's cool. You know, I like the laptop,
touches.
but I don't know if I'd have gone with like the glossy blue.
Well, I picked the color.
Well, if you're into the
And
baby
I was
blue.
into the baby blue, the glossy baby blue. It matches
enough.
my eyes.
Okay.
So when ladies see me and I've got the laptop, I'd be like, hello.
Dude, don't do
Yes,
not.
that's right. Blue eyes.
Don't need that on the show.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yes.
whatever. So anyway, so thank you so much, Cal. I can't wait to play around with it. I've had it for only a couple days. I played Quake 4 on my way here on the airplane.
It seems pretty fast.
It's
We're gonna have
smoky
to.
mokey.
I want to benchmark the two. I'm gonna
Go
boot
for
into
it.
Windows. We'll do yours, and then
Sure.
like when you come over the next time, we'll do a quick little benchmark. I'm curious to see how they compare.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We should grab something just to do it so we can see just personally whether or not we say anything or not. I'm sure we will. Yeah, I super duper like it. And I have to say I'm interested in possibly getting the 64-bit version of Windows XP because it has a 64-bit processor. So
I don't know how much faster it'll be, but that's interesting.
I don't know. Well, if we're going to benchmark it.
Beers.
Beers, yes. That's you.
We got some beers. You picked these out today. Smithwick's Imported Irish Ale.
Oh, it's imported.
It's actually from the Brewers of Guinness, and it's really good. It's kind of like it's a lighter version of Guinness a little bit. It has a full body taste and ultra smooth finish, kind of.
That's reading off the label.
Label said that, but I do like it. I've never had this before. I've never even heard
I haven't
of it.
even. No, I was
Where did
at
you find this at?
down at that market. I went because I flew into San Fran, and my buddy Will and his wife Denise are here in the back. And they are flying out because Will. Did I tell you the story about Will in Russia? No. Dude, what? I didn't tell you this?
No.
So my friend Will, yes, that's right, he's getting embarrassed. My friend Will is an old buddy of mine from high school, and he was in the Army. So he was, in the Army, went to Afghanistan, Iraq, the whole 9 yards. Came back, was like, great, now what do I do? My dad, who runs a launch company, was like, well, I'll give you a job if you need a job. So he got a job. Nice. And his job was to, work. They sent him to Russia, and he was basically handling these clients their satellite was being sent up. Long story, a little bit longer. This lady was in Russia, and Will was walking him around, and it was the vice president of I don't even know, Intellisat Russia or something. It was his wife, and this guy came and snatched her purse.
Oh, you did tell me about this.
And my friend ran him down, tackled him, held him on the ground until the cops got there. How freaking awesome is that? So anyway, the company is a subsidiary of Lockheed Martin, so they're doing some big award show, and they're giving him an award.
Nice.
So he's here, so we're going to drive down to L.A., hang out in L.A. for a couple days, and then the award show's up here in Santa Rosa, Clara, something, I don't know.
Cool.
So anyway, that's why they're here.
Sounds good. We've got a ton of stories today.
We don't.
We've got 7.
We have one less than usual.
This first one, though, what are they thinking?
Okay. Introducing Nintendo Wii. 2,501 per people dug that story. That was so horrible. Submitted by some name I can't pronounce. Thank you very much.
That's a really hard one.
Kuzumakacha. That literally, this is the guy who was like, I'm going to write the worst name to pronounce in case I get a story on Diggnation and they have to read it.
Right,
And I hope that's what happened. The Revolution gets an official name. Not much info yet, but I think that Revolution was a perfectly good name for the system. So here's the deal. This happened a little bit with Vista, but I thought Vista was a step up from Longhorn. No, but I thought Vista was a step up from Longhorn. This is a situation where I actually think this was an incorrect decision.
The Wii?
It's called Wii, and it's spelled W-I-I.
That's just somebody not doing the right kind of translation software.
Dude, at all. And it's like,
It probably is really cool in Japan, but it just doesn't translate right in the US.
I don't know, but whatever it is, I love that the way that the guy, like the spin that Nintendo tries to put on it. Listen to this. Introducing Wii, W-I-I, as in Wii,
W-E.
W-E. While the codename Revolution expressed our direction, Wii represents the answer. We will break down that wall that separates video game players from everybody else. We will put people. Blah, 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 blah. Revolution was fine. I love the Revolution. I was gonna buy a Revolution. I don't know if I want a console called Wii. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, they couldn't make it any more effeminate.
It's pretty bad. You look at.
I mean, honestly, I don't want a Wii. Right? Exactly.
TV.
I mean, it's just, you can't. Wii, and then it's small, so you could call it a Wii. That's horrible.
This
is not a video game. This is a bad decision, Nintendo.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll.
I mean, it almost seems like a joke. Are they seriously going? Was this an official?
It's on. It's on revolution.ign.com.
Well, IGN's a pretty good source.
See.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's horrible.
It's a bad idea, but.
And Wii, like really. That's what they went with?
Well, we're just going to have to live with it.
So you just said we. That's how bad this is.
No, I didn't.
You did. We'll just have to live with that.
It's going to be good.
No, it's not.
The console will be cool.
The console may be cool, but they're really shooting themselves in the foot. Because honestly, I'm now less excited to buy it. When it was called the Revolution, I was really excited to buy it.
No, I feel the same way.
Now I don't know.
I feel the same way.
I just don't know. Your story.
All right, next story. Apple blocking MySpace in their retail stores. 2,745 people dug this story, submitted by NDM007. Ooh. Apple have begun to block access to MySpace in its retail stores as too many people appear to be hogging the computers to access the cesspool. So this is interesting because every single computer, if you go into an Apple store, are you aware of this? You can get internet access.
I thought you couldn't.
No, you can. So everyone goes in there, they kind of like check their email, they go in there, they do a little surfing. But I guess what's happening is you get a lot of students and just people that use MySpace going in there and just like sitting on there for like hours at a time, going on MySpace and like, flirting with people and finding people. That's what happens on MySpace, right?
I love that that's what they do. They're like, I'm going to the Apple store. I need to flirt and hit on people and find people.
Not everybody has a computer at home, right?
Yeah, but the Apple store? Well, first off, it's kind of I kind of think bad form for Apple because that's what they want people to do.
No.
They've opened up their internet access because they want people to go out into an Apple store, sit down, check their email. I mean, that's what they want people to do.
Check their email, not spend like hours and hours and hours on MySpace. If you tie up a computer, like seriously.
So what if I spend hours and hours and hours checking my email?
That's okay. No, I'm just kidding. No. What I'm saying is like most people are not going to spend hours and hours on their email. But if they're sitting there and you have, like the younger kids going in there, the purpose of the computers sitting there is to sell them. The purpose of internet access
is to get people to look at the computers and buy them.
Right, exactly. To play around with the internet, to surf around, not to spend hours on MySpace, like befriending people, right?
I don't know. I think if they don't want that, they should cut off all internet access.
I don't know.
What do you mean,
Well,
what? I mean, because that seems like it's a little targeted. I mean, it's very targeted. They just cut off that one side. But that, you know what I mean?
Did you say targeted or targeted?
Targeted.
Okay.
Targeted
I thought it was
is actually not a word.
I thought that was like, that doesn't make sense.
Because it's not a word. Did you say happen?
I thought it was like off of like something off of tarded. Like it was just, I don't know. It was.
Tarded?
I don't know. Like.
What's tarded?
Retarded, like you were somehow came up with a new word.
Boy, you thought of all that, right? That one word?
It just went through my mind like that.
Man, you think fast.
So here's the deal.
On stupid things, yes.
Clearly they've identified this as the source of the major source of people tying up their computers and they're blocking it. So it's game over for MySpace.
Right. Do you think MySpace cares?
No, they can care less. They have more traffic than Google.
Do
you
they?
believe that?
They have more traffic than Google?
More traffic than Google.
Boy,
That's how big they
who
are.
bought that? The Richard
News Corp? Yeah,
Rupert
Murdoch. $500 million. It was a good buy.
Dude, MySpace was on. They did this thing. Do you remember when I talked about that thing on Dateline where they caught the sex predators?
Yes.
They have done it again. They've done it like 4 times because
There's so many people on
dude,
this. This is
and
like,
they catch people like it's like sexual predators are falling out of the sky for Dateline. I mean, it's like
dude,
people walk in and they're like, oh crap, cameras.
yeah, but it's like Disneyland for like pedophiles, right? Because you go into MySpace and it's like there's thousands of like little
with
teenagers
pictures
all over
and-
the place.
It's just.
It's bad. It's always been this way, though. Like, this has been, this was a big deal for AOL, 5 years ago.
I
Like,
remember
people were
because-
going into chat rooms.
Dude,
and,
I remember because when AOL started, I was not big into like chatting with random people or internet chatting or using the AIM client, but my little sister was.
Right.
And she was like 13 and would fly. I mean, she was one of those ones that had like 6 windows open. She was like, blah, 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 you know what I mean?
Right,
She was
right.
like, hold on one second. Blah, 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 blah.
Were you worried? They'd be like,
It definitely made me go, I wonder if my parents have sat her down and said, if you don't know them and they're old and they want to give you beer.
yeah, that's probably a bad
You know
thing.
what I mean? Dude, all of those people showed up with beer. I love it.
I know. It's like,
But it was weird because they said, and we're signing into MySpace to also troll for predators.
right. Well, it's good that they're cracking down at least, or they're trying to.
It is, because that's what I thought the story was going to be about.
Oh.
I thought
yeah.
Apple was going to be like, well, we had some kids that came in, and next thing you know,
No, it was just, they were just pissed off, that's all.
that's good time.
All right.
Next story, Boeing to take on Airbus with a 1,000-seat giant 797 blended wing plane. This is actually really cool.
This sounds cool.
1,680 people dug the story, submitted by Kevin D569. Boeing is preparing a 1,000-passenger jet that could reshape the air travel industry for the next 100 years. So this is the deal. Airbus came out with I think it's called the A380.
Right, I heard about that.
Which
I
was
think
like
it was
the
huge.
biggest plane ever built
Did you
ever in
see
the world.
the pictures of it taking off?
I
It's
saw
like,
the
I have
pictures.
no idea how that thing can fly.
Well, it shouldn't. That's the part.
Right.
And so Boeing was like, wait a minute, you French bastards. I'm not going to let you one-up me. We're making a plane.
Right.
So they came out with this really crazy new concept for a plane, which is like the Lockheed X-31 or X-34. What was it?
Is it really a new concept,
33,
though?
the 33, the X-33. But no, it's a new concept for commercial jets because commercial jets were all based on the tube wing technology, which was like the little tube and the wings.
Oh, there's a picture right there. That's
This is the
cool.
thing. See it? Look at it flying right there. I mean, it's not really flying because it's not made
Right.
yet. But see, so what they do now is the wing is actually integrated into the body.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming they can have, like rows of actually like
people sitting in the wing.
50, farther down into the wing. Because you can see this is what the black outline. Look how
Right.
small that is. That's 1,000 seats. And then the gray outline is that big behemoth with only 800 seats.
Right, gotcha.
And it flies faster. So it actually flies at like 0.88 Mach. Mach 0.88, which is like 690.
But this is just a concept.
Well, yeah, but
Right?
they're going to build it.
Yeah, but it's just some guy in CAD that's just like drag and drops the engines. There's like a little thing for your engine icon. He's like drag and dropping a couple extras out there. I'm serious.
What?
That's all
Dude,
it
this
is.
is not how Boeing does it. It's not like they just hire some guy who
do
comes
it.
in and he's like, we need four more engines. The thing won't take off in real time.
That's how they do it.
Just drag an engine,
if they want more people-
engine, flower pot. Get that out of there.
They have like a little seats icon, and they draw a row of seats.
No,
and
they
it's like,
don't do
yes,
that.
That's how they do it.
No, it says here that they totally redesigned the seats. Nothing was drag and dropped. It says Kevin Rose is incorrect.
Nice try, dude. I
Dude, the
know
story
that's how they're
keeps
designing
changing.
planes now, because this is just concept art. They're just putting engines on top.
No,
of
that's
it.
a picture of it flying over the Rockies.
No, but it's concept. They rendered the Rockies.
I know it's not the Rockies, but it's mountains.
Yeah. I would wait a while to fly on that thing. I
Well,
don't like
you have
flying.
to wait a while to fly on that thing.
Well, I'm just saying, this thing has to be at least in production and in use for 5 years before I'm getting on it. They thought the
5 years? Where
Concorde,
did that number-
the Concorde was all safe and everything until the last one, caught its wheel on fire and then went down. It kind of sucks for those people, right?
Well, yeah, but that's just, it's the Concorde. It was supersonic.
Yeah, it was pretty fast, wasn't it?
It was very fast. It was twice as fast. I have no idea if it was twice as fast. Oh, God. You know, my dad flew on the Concorde a week after it blew up.
Are you serious?
He was like, I had a ticket. He's like, I had to, and he goes, I was a little concerned.
I would be too.
Because my dad travels all the time. He could care less.
Yeah. All right, next
So
story.
it's a big giant plane that you probably won't fly on in your lifetime, but it'll be fun when it does.
$13 billion investment. That's crazy.
You gotta make money, spend money.
That's right.
I mean, you gotta spend money to make money.
Next story.
Moving on.
SCIFI announces Caprica. How many digs this story has? I have no idea. I didn't write that information down, but it had a lot of digs.
What? You can't just say it had a lot of digs.
Well,
There's who dug it, who wrote it,
hold on.
how many digs.
I made a mistake and I didn't actually write down the number of digs or who it was submitted by. That's my fault.
Well, you start reading the story.
So, okay, here's the deal. Sci-Fi Channel announces the development of Caprica, a spin-off prequel for its hit series Battlestar Galactica.
1330.
1330. In presentations to advertisers in New York.
Hawks5999.
That's the user? Nice.
No, I made that up.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no. It is.
Okay. They presented this to advertisers in New York on April 26. Caprica is going to be from the same executive producers as Battlestar Galactica, the same writer as Remy from 24, and it's going to be on NBC. So,
What?
Yeah, that's what they said. Oh, no. The writers from NBC. My fault.
Ah.
So it's still going to be on Sci-Fi. But this is cool because, well, the thing that sucks about Battlestar.
Tell me why this is cool, because I have to say, not a huge Battlestar Galactica
Are
fan.
you serious?
I
You're the one
watched
that got
the
me into it.
How did that happen?
We had an episode where you were like, Starbucks hot, Starbucks blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what is this Starbucks thing all about, right?
No, I said Starbucks is hot. I like Starbucks coffee.
No. You said Starbucks was hot.
No, I did say
you said your
Starbucks
girlfriend
was...
liked her or something.
What?
You said
You must have dreamed
Keith,
this, Kevin.
am I right?
No,
See? Keith
no.
agrees.
Keith said, I don't know your whatever.
No. You said that your girlfriend thought that she was hot or something, or Starbucks, something about Starbucks being hot. You did.
No, I can't.
Okay, well, anyway.
I can't.
This was from
I
a
can't.
long episode ago.
It's because I saw the miniseries, and it wasn't very good. With Edward
Anyhow,
James Olmos or whatever.
It's a great show.
Maybe it is, but I've never seen a show.
Really? You're actually the one that inspired me to start watching it.
That's so cool that I can do that without ever talking.
Well, I don't watch any TV.
Somehow I just sit next to him and he's like,
No.
I will, Alex. I will watch Battlestar Galactica.
Keith, we did talk about it at one point, did we not? Yes.
Well, Keith, you guys were going to try to get me to watch it. I showed up and you guys said, Battlestar Galactica, I've downloaded for mine.
Maybe it wasn't you.
And I was like, okay, I'll check it out maybe.
All right, so anyway, it's a good show. This is a spin-off about one of the planets. It's going to be a good series. Want to let everybody know about that. Very excited because
you are, clearly.
We have to wait a long time. When's the next October until the next season?
Oh
of
my God,
Battlestar.
it's television.
Dude, I don't watch TV, so that seems like a long time to me.
Make some you guys should make fan films.
No.
You guys should do Battlestar Galactica from here.
Keith can be.
You have the camera.
That's just
Keith could be Gorlak.
There's no Gorlak.
Oh no, I made that up. But if there was, Keith could be him.
That's just a bad idea.
See, hello. And Sci-Fi Caprica is a good idea.
I'm just saying, like, fan films in general. Like, have you ever watched one where you're like, oh, I would like to see this come back?
Well, no, not that.
No, it
but
doesn't
I will
happen.
say, I have seen 2 Star Wars fan films because friends of mine have been in them. Which, in and of themselves, I'm sorry that they had to do that. But the one that my friend just emailed me is pretty funny. It's called The Trial of Han Solo.
Funny or good?
Funny.
Okay.
And good.
I understand that when you
Well, it's a fan film. But it's called like The Trial of Han Solo, and basically it's like Han Solo's like this old fat guy, but he looks and sounds like if Han Solo just like ate a bunch and drank and
that
didn't
sounds
go
funny.
out. And it's all about Greedo getting shot, him killing Greedo. So Greedo's wife is up there, like her widow is there.
See,
and
I
then
like
they
that
talk
kind of
about,
stuff.
They show like the clip from the original one where he doesn't shoot him, and then they show the doctored version where he does shoot him. It's
Right.
actually really funny.
See, that's cool because it's actually like they're playing off of the film. They're taking it a different direction.
Yeah.
It's when people get so serious and like we're gonna take the plot line in a different direction. We're gonna act like we're in Star Wars. It's like
Another friend of mine was in one of those where
Yeah.
she was like Princess, I don't know,
not talk about
Titania, whatever, and she was on some sort of Rigel something. Anyway,
Next story.
so that's a very exciting moment
That'll be
in
cool.
television history. How to get Yahoo Mail Beta 1411. People dug the story submitted by IO Nut. Simple trick to try the new Yahoo Mail Beta before it's released to public. So this is interesting. I actually saw this on Dig this week.
So you tried this.
I tried this and it worked flawlessly.
Are you serious?
I swear to God,
I saw
so
the
didn't think this
story.
was gonna work. So the deal is, it's
think I
on
dug it out.
it's on googlesystem.blogspot.com, and it's actually a new post that was made from a comment on another post. So it was actually, the post itself is just a reader posted in the comments a clever trick to try the new Yahoo Mail beta. So this is the deal. To get the Yahoo Mail beta, just switch your content preference to Germany, France, or UK. Then you'll be asked if you want to join the Yahoo Mail beta. And then you say yes, sign up, and then switch it back to the US.
And it worked.
It worked instantly. Like, I just signed into Yahoo Mail, the regular old Yahoo Mail, and then went into my settings, changed the content from, English US to, I think I did UK. UK something. I was wondering about that because I was like, dude, you drank all three.
No, go ahead.
I don't know what that means.
And then it just
Go ahead.
So tell me about the new Mail beta. Is it much better? I mean, I haven't played with it yet, but I saw screenshots. It looked really cool.
It's a Google Yahoo Mail.
Yeah, but if you try to like drag messages, like supposedly in Yahoo Mail you can drag a message like into the trash, whereas you can't do that in Google Mail. It's like more kind of Ajax-y, more kind of
there's
just
a little bit
interactive.
more Ajax-y. Let me just see here. There's a little more stuff to it, but it's not. I mean, it's definitely
I've never seen the email address. Do you use that?
no, because it's my spam. This is my spam.
So this is when like you sign up for stuff.
Yeah, when I sign up for
This
stuff,
looks cool.
it looks exactly like regular Yahoo right now.
No, it
just
doesn't.
on the main part.
Okay, I don't know. I don't use it right now. So drag one into the trash. Like pick one you want.
And it does have a preview down here.
Oh, that's cool. Drag it, like pick it, click it, and drag it into the trash.
Pick, drag.
Oh, see? Look, throw it in the trash. Look at that.
Oh.
It's so lame.
Wait. I can't move it there. 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 Oh, I can throw it away. Oh.
That's cool, right?
Anyway, so that's cool. If you want to give it a shot. I mean, it's nice. It's like Exchange did most of this. The web-based Exchange looked a lot like this. There wasn't any like drag and drop, but when was the last time you dragged and dropped a fucking email in Outlook to the trash? You hit delete.
Right, I know. But it's cool. It's cool that they're adding like the ability to do so, right?
Sure, you could do that, or click delete, or hit delete, or anything other than dragging and dropping. So anyway, but the bottom line is that surprise, surprise, that works flawlessly. Now whether they patch that concept or whatever, I don't know. But if you do want to get into the Yahoo Mail beta, head over to yahoo.com, sign in, change your content preferences to the UK.
Yeah. Or if you missed it, it'll be on our Dig profile.
Yes.
Next story, Digupdate 2.0 released. 1,495 people dug the story, submitted by D.L. Prager, our own very David Prager.
Download Prager.
What does L stand for? Lindsay?
Lauren? Lindsay?
Lisa?
Lisa?
No, it's not.
It's
No,
Lisa?
What
What is
is it,
Does it
seriously?
not-
Yes.
What?
Yes.
He's not going to
He's not gonna say. He's not gonna say.
Oh, because it's Lawrence
People's-
or something. Wait, let's pick.
Lawrence
let's
is
pick
good.
It. No,
Lawrence
I know,
is
but
better than Lisa.
well, yes, it is. For a guy's name, Lawrence is better than Lisa. Let's see if we can figure it out. Will you tell us if we did get it right?
You already did.
Oh, we did.
It's Lisa.
Lawrence. No, it's Lawrence.
Is it
It's
Lawrence?
Oh, that's nice.
David Lawrence Prager.
That's not bad.
Oh, that's good.
All right. It said, with the release of 2.0, Digupdate will instantly inform you of new dig stories that hit the front page or friends digging activity as it occurs. Digupdate is 100% free and open source. This is cool because I've been using this for a while. So the developer of this actually gave me a really early kind of sneak peek into what he was doing with all of our different digs and stuff like that.
Sure.
It's a little application that runs in your system tray. So if you're running Mac.
Mac?
Yeah, it's Mac-based.
Only Mac?
They're working on
wait,
porting it to
only
Windows.
Mac?
Yes, only Mac right now.
Oh, okay, so there's only about 400 people that can actually use this software.
Over 1,000 digs. Let's finish
because
out the
all
features.
people that, okay.
Here's the deal. So if you run Digupdate, basically it sits in your system tray.
Oh, I'd like to run it. How do I?
And you can't because you have an inferior computer that doesn't have the logo painted correctly.
that's right.
If you dig, if one of your friends digs something, it'll instantly appear on the dropdown. So it'll like show the story, which friend that dug it, and you can click on the story and it will just pop up. So it's kind of like Gmail Notifier, where it shows you as things are happening.
Oh, okay, so
as
it's Dig
stories,
Notifier.
Right. So as stories are hitting the homepage, it slides down. As users are, or as your friends are digging stuff, they slide down. So free, open source. If you want to port it to Windows,
Please
feel
do so
free.
because the majority of people who use computers can't use it.
That's true.
So that's unfortunate.
Your computer sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
You keep saying that.
Next story.
I'm sorry. How's Quake on yours? Oh.
Dude.
Pro football player arrested for beating up a nerd. This got a lot of people mad.
It got a lot of people
for
really pissed.
clear reasons. And nerds should totally boycott this guy's football team. 2,704 people dug the story submitted by Spin Doctor. According to a report in the Chicago Sun-Times, Los Angeles Police Department Detective Robert Lewis said a group of people, including Manning, not Peyton Manning
no.
or Ewing Manning or whatever his brother's name is, attacked a man in a Denny's restaurant after teasing him for working on a laptop computer. You're lucky I wasn't there, Manning.
So this is interesting.
Dude, this is a big deal. Of course I read the story. So here's the deal. This is NFL's defensive back, Ricky Manning Jr., right? He's sitting
Plays for the Bears.
He plays for the Bears. He just got signed to the Bears, and he got arrested. And what he said? Wait, I love this part. Hold on. He said something
about being a geek or something like that. Right here.
Yeah. So what happened was the group began making comments. It was like a group of guys. This kid
This is a quote.
was typing on his computer at Denny's at like 3 a.m. and the group began making comments that the victim looked like a geek or a nerd because he was using his computer. So the guy goes and tells the manager, he's like, dude, these butt munts over here are making stupid comments, and they freaking beat him up. They jumped him.
I know.
And beat him, kicked him when he was down and stuff. I mean, beat him just because he had a laptop. Like, what? What kind of BS is that? But then the guy said something that was just like, oh, this is what Manning said. This is what this asshole from the Chicago Bears says. I was pretty down this morning because of the situation, but then I found out I was a Chicago Bear. It kind of brought a little light to my day.
I cannot believe he said that.
I can't let something like this give me a bad start to my football career in Chicago. God forbid I beat the crap out of some guy because he has a laptop and that hurts my day. Like, what? If you are a nerd out there, email the Chicago Bears. Seriously, tell them that you will never watch any of their shows. That's
a great idea,
Dude,
actually.
Honestly, get out there. Email the head of the Chicago Bears and say, even the PR, whatever email address you can get, and say, I'm never going to buy a Chicago Bears whatever. I will not watch any of their episodes. This guy should not be playing football.
And carry a knife on you.
If you have a laptop, you better. A shiv, as it's called. Pretty soon, laptops are going to be have a shiv built in. You know what I mean?
He wouldn't be so happy, right? Like if this nerd.
That's true. If the nerd was just and then he was like, "Why is my kidney bleeding?"
That would be bad.
Although I don't know what kind of person has a kidney in their chest cavity. He was like, my kidney.
I don't know. It was pretty sad. I mean, the poor guy. He's just typing on his computer.
Dude, it's not even just that it's sad. It's
and
infuriating
the nerd wasn't
that this
his
guy.
fault. Like nerds don't talk shit. They'll get their asses beat.
They just sit there and they get their asses beat. This is like.
It's like high school.
But the fact that the guy was like, I was pretty down this morning because I beat the crap out of somebody and got arrested. Like, what? How does that make you feel bad?
I don't know. There's too many. Yeah, I don't know.
So I say, calling all Diggnation fans, boycott the Bears.
I wonder if we could get an email address to send to the Bears. What would it be? Well, we'll have to.
Bears.com?
We'll
MyBearsack.com. That's horrible. Horrible.
Beer speaking,
Bearsack. Okay, so that's it for the story part section of this lovely show.
You want to talk about Control Chicken?
I have to talk about Control Chicken. So,
or CAC.
Or CAC, as we call it internally and externally as well. Yes. So a lot of people were asking for the large movie feed, the large QuickTime H.264 for the
large CACs.
And we didn't understand what was going on, so I called iTunes. It wasn't updating in the thing. We couldn't figure it out, and then we realized we just never made one. So we waited a week to release episode 3 because all the majority of the people hadn't seen episode 2. So last week we released the large format.
Did the feed get updated?
The feed got updated. They also merged the feed in iTunes. I don't know who needs to get blamed or anything, but
I just wonder if it was Ron.
I don't know if it was Ron. I don't know who it was, but it happened. We're moving on. That said, we are also having a little bit of a hiccup with the animations because our animator Will, who is amazing, is in Minnesota or something. I don't even know where he is. So he's emailing the animations. We're emailing him the footage to animate, and then we're emailing it back. So we're having a little bit. We're just trying to find our rhythm. So episode 3 hopefully will be coming out within the week.
Well, the thing is, these are all shot. It's just a matter of
and then we have one more episode after episode 3 shot, and then we're going to go back to the drawing board and shoot 6 more. Because we're going to do these little itty bitty quick bite ones that are like real quick, fun recipes that are easy to
Like
do.
microwave type stuff?
No, like Heather is
That'd be pretty boring.
Yeah, I was like microwave 30 seconds. Bleh. No, Heather is like super famous for making this artichoke dip that she makes. It's like got jalapenos in it. It's just unbelievably good. She's gonna show you how to make it real quick, just like a quick little thing, not a full episode. So we're gonna do 2 of those. So it should be good. So just hang in there. Yeah, go buy your shirt.
Cool.
I have a shirt. Oh shoot, I was supposed to wear it today. I got a shirt from
Cack
John.
shirt?
Yeah, cack shirt.
Nice.
Anyway, so that's that.
Sponsors.
Okay, you read the first one. I'll look for Chicago Bears.
No, actually, I'm going to talk about Bartleby because I've been doing a lot with them. Have you messed around with their site?
I have. I
put some stuff online. Well, we'll talk about it. Go ahead and do.
Okay, why just get a domain name when you can get it all? Register your domain name at GoDaddy.com, the #1 domain registrar worldwide, and get free hosting with a website builder, a free blog, complete email, and much, much more. Plus, enter the code ROSE when you check out. Save an additional $20. Oh my God, I got gas all of a sudden. Save an additional $20 off an order of $75 or more. Get your piece of the internet, GoDaddy.com.
Cool. And the next story, copy for Bartleby.com.
Stop reading that. Prager,
Sorry.
stop putting that in there.
It's
Next
like
story.
the prompter that you just read anything. It's
God, I'm not wearing pants. Who put that in there?
Thanks to our newest sponsor, Bartleby.com. So here's the deal. I'm going to go totally off script, not even going to read it. I signed up for a Bartleby account, and it's
I have one.
BARTERBEE.com. You get basically, you get 10 free points when you sign up, okay? So when you create, what?
We usually get 5, but because of us,
Right.
you get 10 if you sign up with the Diggnation,
Right.
Bartleby.com/Diggnation.
Right, so here's the deal. I signed up, and it's very simple. If you have something to sell, if you have like a DVD or a music CD, you put in the UPC code, and I did this for a couple of my DVDs that are kind of old, and you assign a point value to them. So like I was like, okay, I want to get rid of Gladiator, so I gave it like 6 points. I want to get rid of like Beverly Hills Ninja, so I gave it like 5 points.
You want to get rid of Beverly Hills Ninja?
It's one of those copies that's just kind of like, the old 4:3, and it's like, it doesn't look good on the HD TVs.
Yeah.
So anyway, so once you give it points, then other people can buy that for a number of points. You get 10 points, so by default, when you sign up, you're going to get something for free.
Which is nice.
Which is cool. And then once you do that, then you get more points. Then you can go and buy other stuff and like barter with other people and get other great movies or CDs or whatever you want.
Yeah.
So sign up for that. Go to bartleby.com/Diggnation. You'll get 10 free points plus $1, which is what they charge for like the shipping, like to kind of their fee is like $1.
Nice.
So you get that taken care of. But it's a cool way to trade. Like if you got a bunch of old crap laying around, like old games and old CDs and stuff like that, it's a great way to get rid of them.
Yeah, totally. I have yet to really get into it, but and I can't find an address for them.
I put like 4 discs on there. It was pretty cool.
4 discs. Well, I should do that when I get back.
Cashfly, thanks to Cashfly for handling all of the Diggnation distribution. Go to cashfly.com/Diggnation. That's CACHEFLY.com/Diggnation. Or use our coupon code Diggnation when you sign up, and you'll get the first month free. That's how we distribute all of our files, which is kind of like it's a pain. Once you get to a certain size and you need to distribute, like you need to have so many people downloading all at once. It's really hard to do it on one server or even multiple servers, but they take care of all of that for us. So
That's
check
all, yeah,
them
no,
out.
Cashfly's great, and they are awesome, and that's really cool.
Emails.
So I have an email here from Jen in Canada. It says, "Hey, Alex and Kevin from the Great White North. I'll have to admit, I was informed of your show and website through my guy friend Ian. Didn't
enough.
say boyfriend, but guy friend. So half as bad.
Is she single?
I'm assuming, but I don't know. Who is also a big fan of yours. However, since I've been exposed to Dig, I've started my own account on Dig, over 211 stories. That's good. As well as caught up on a majority of the podcast. Also, to Kevin in regards to Oblivion, you really need to give it a full chance. It's really amazing and addictive game once you get in. And it's not that weird that rats are carrying armor. I heard, ever hear of Final Fantasy? Any game with magic and gates to other worlds can't be taken 100% realistically anyway. That's awesome.
No.
That is such a great response. But I'll tell you what, because I got a huge email from Liam who listened to the last thing, and he sent me literally this email like this long of like,
did he agree
to
with me?
Kevin about Oblivion. No.
Dude, tell
there
him.
there is never, ever, ever armor in rats in Oblivion. I don't know where you pulled that out
I
of your
got some
butt.
gold. I got gold from them.
Right, gold is completely
How are
different.
they
They
carrying
swallow
gold?
gold.
They don't
They're
swallow
like little
gold.
rat gold pouches. Anyway, and so I continue. Anyway, I've also attached a
Liam.
picture of myself sporting my recently purchased Diggnation T-shirt. Look forward to more episodes. Jen.
Where's the picture? And confirm if she's hot. Oh, look.
There you go, yeah. Little blondie. But thank you, Jen, so much for sending in the picture. And I agree with you on Oblivion. This man.
Dude, you don't even own it yet. I own it. Do you want to buy it?
Yeah, like
sell it to
last
you.
week I said, what happened to returning it? It was within the days or
It
whatever.
went too long. I couldn't return it.
You're horrible.
Do you want to buy it?
I'll borrow it.
No, there's no borrowing. You have to. Well, seriously, you're gonna have to play for like hours and
I'll
hours.
barter
hours.
be it.
I could barter be it actually.
No, you can't.
All right, last email. Hey, email submitted by Samsonite.
Samsonite.
Hey guys, 2 questions.
That was
One,
way off.
I have an iguana, but mine is much smaller than Keith's.
Ugh.
Keith is a big man.
That is horrible,
How
Kevin.
long has he had it for?
That is horrible.
Keith, how long have you had your lizard for? Since birth?
About 14 years.
14 years? Good God. Are you serious?
Is the lizard still alive?
I didn't know they lived that long.
I thought they were like pocket pets. Like Pikachus or what are those things? You remember those like Dobo, Pico?
14 years.
Pico de
so
Gallos,
Samsonite, there you go. And number 2, I saw the story last week about Kevin using a bot to dig stories. What's up with that?
Oh, yes.
Sam from Provo, Utah.
Bravo.
All right. The bot digging is something that we deal with on a daily basis at Dig. If you want a lot of background info, I actually talked about it for about 10 minutes on Twit. I think it's episode number 51. So I chatted a lot about there, but I don't know. There was this website that was called Forever Geek that submitted a story that said, okay, we noticed that you dug on a bot that dug in order at spot number 17. So I digged that on 2 stories because I sort my digs by most digs, and then I went through the list and I found like 2 really good stories that I actually happened to track. And I dug these stories, and they're like, oh, Kevin's part of some kind of bot conspiracy, and he's like somehow using a bot. I have access to the entire Dig database. I do not need to use a bot to dig my stories. If there was really some kind of crazy,
It would just show up with 1,000 digs.
I could write a MySQL query that would create 1,000 fake accounts. It's not. That's not how we do things at Dig. But I just wanted to clear that up because there's been a lot of like blog stories and posts about it, and it's just. It just got insane. I was just like, how can people not realize I have full access to the database?
Well, but here's the deal. Whenever you make something that's like the hot thing of the moment, everybody's going to be looking at it. Everybody wants to take it down a notch. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to realize that people are going to be going like, wait a minute, how are they doing all this stuff?
Well, we've had. I know that there's a lot of people. We get a lot of people that get pissed off because their stories don't make it on the homepage.
Yeah.
Because we get like right around now we get about 1,400 new submitted stories a day. So there's like people that are just like pissed. They'll blog about it like Dig is not fair, and it's like, no, actually you wrote a crappy blog post that didn't make it to the homepage.
It is fair. That's why they said no.
Well, that's the system that we created. The system is designed to like allow the masses to vote on what they think is like the hottest like stories of the time, and that's how it works. That's how we designed it, and
it's working.
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because it was like a big hot story on Dig last week. So.
Well, we all like hot stories.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know what that means.
But
that's pretty much it. Was there anything
seems like
else?
a quick episode.
I know. How long have we been rolling there?
Is there anything we didn't cover?
Too long. Keith's like, I'm ready to go to bed. Are you ready? Can you wrap
Is
this
there
up?
anything else? Prager.
Dan likes
small cock. Just kidding.
That's horrible. What are we doing?
No, it's
What are we
true.
doing? Ooh! I
What?
got an email. Oh! I got an email from a psychic.
A psychic.
Yes.
Ooh, I went to a psychic.
Okay. Whoa. What? How
Yes,
did we get on the same topic?
This
about
is really
that?
weird. Like,
What
my friend-
psychic?
So my friend Adam was in town.
Yes.
And he was like visiting. We went to see Pinback. Great band, by the way.
Okay, keep going.
And we were like walking out of this restaurant. There was like this sign that was like we had a craft of wine, and we were like,
So you're like,
we're a little-
signs.
Well, there's a sign that was like psychic here, and it was like a really weird part of San Francisco, and we're like,
She's a friend of mine.
Oh, she's hot.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. That's like an ad.
So we went in there and we talked to her, and she was nice. She was saying weird things. You know, sometimes
Well,
they just
not
make
all-
up stuff, and you're like, what are you talking about?
Well, no. This is Psychic Linda. There she is. She emailed me. She's a fan of Diggnation. She's been like, she's like a psychic.
You've been going back and forth with her. I'm seeing
Well, I
the thread
emailed
here.
her because I was like, I've never emailed a psychic. I've never got a psychic.
So what did she
psychic.
say?
So this is what she said. She says, "Hi Alex, love you guys in spite of the fact that I wrote you two asking you to cool it on the cursing. Sorry, we're trying.
She kind of.
She is a psychic. She should have known that we weren't going to curse. We were going to curse. I'm so loyal to your podcast. I've turned friends into it, and we love Control
Onto.
Chicken, which is great. What a great non-cooking show. My friend is a chef, and she cracks up. Oh, I love this. You and Heather make a great couple. As a psychic, I predict some good things ahead for both of you."
Whoa.
So then, thanks to this entertainment, God bless Linda, and it's lindalauren.com. So I emailed her back because I was like, dude, that's awesome. So I emailed her, I said, thanks for the note. I think you're the very first psychic I've ever received an email from. Thank you so much for watching, Alex.
Put a hee there, too.
Of course, because I like that. Then she writes, Alex, I had a feeling you would say something about being the first psychic to contact you. I'm pretty high profile. Check out my press page. Look at this. I've been mentioned everywhere from page 6 to VH1's hot list.
Whoa.
Right, so I was like, dude, like John Edwards here.
Oh, I need to talk to her.
Dude, I know. So look, she said, if you can be in any help, let me know. I'm not opposed to having fun with my gift. I'm 4th generation psychic. That's cool, whatever that means. We've been doing this for a while now. Look at this. Stop by my website, hang out, blah, 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 blah. Tell Kevin that I requested him as a friend too, but he hasn't said yes yet.
Well, I didn't. I
No.
haven't logged in a while.
I know it takes. It's never. We say yes to everybody.
She should know it's not my fault.
If he knows that you did, maybe he will. He will. Don't worry. Tell Kevin that I said he will rise above the most recent issues he's having in a relationship.
Rise above. What
Yes.
does that mean exactly?
I don't know. But Linda, thanks so much. I'm so excited. I turned Heather on to your site because she's huge. She like goes to the guy and checks out the astrology stuff.
Will she give us free readings now?
I don't know if she'll give us free reading. I would love to have a reading. I saw John Edwards on the plane.
Dog with her though.
Well, I think she's a pet psychic. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. That looks like a basset hound.
Is
Mix.
the dog
I don't
got
know.
something to do with it?
No, it's just her MySpace thing. Oh. See?
Dude, that's awesome.
How great is that, dude?
She's a big Doors fan, I guess.
Doors fan, I guess. Something's, yeah.
That's cool.
So anyway, yes. So yeah, definitely a Doors fan. But so yeah, Linda. So thank you so much. It's so cool. It was nice to. It's nice.
I'm
it's just
totally
nice to
gonna
talk
trade
to
emails
psychic.
with her now. That's cool.
Totally, dude. MySpace. Add her as a friend.
Hey, let's read what she says in our next Diggnation.
Yes, that would be cool. I don't know.
Unless it's like really hardcore.
I know, unless it's like, Kevin, you will have testicular cancer. And I know, it's bad. That's
check for
it
that
for...
kind of stuff?
No.
You don't? You're supposed to. You're supposed to rub in a circular
No,
direction.
you're not supposed to.
You are!
I don't know
You should
that.
tell the kids out there.
Don't tell the kids to rub their nuts.
No, you're...
Let's go.
You're supposed to.
This is the end of the show?
Hold on.
Why did the trains
This
come
is
off the track?
important. This is important.
This is not important.
Kids are supposed to check. You're supposed to take one at a time and rub in a circle. Prager, you know what I'm talking about. You do it. He's laughing because he does it.
No, he's laughing because he's doing it right now. We caught him. That's it for this week's edition of Diggnation. If you want to check out any of the stories we covered in this week's episode or in any of the previous episodes, you can check out dig.com/users/Diggnation.
Yes, or dig.com/user/Kevin Rose for my stuff that I dig during the week.
And dig.com/users/Alex Albrecht for the stuff that I dig throughout the week. Please send us your emails as we love to read them. Check us out on MySpace. We actually set up a Diggnation.
We should tell people our MySpace profiles.
I am myspace.com/DiggnationAlex.
And I am...
Apple.
What?
Not from Apple.
Not from
Not from-
Apple.
no.
What's that?
So you can't go look at your MySpace thing from Apple.
Oh, not from Apple stores.
Yeah,
Prager's,
whatever.
what is he talking about?
Yeah.
Go to myspace.com/SimpleNation. That is my MySpace profile.
Rock on. Thank
make
you
fun of my
for...
shit.
I'm not. I just said rock on.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of Diggnation. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Until next time.
Die.
Klapjaba, pukpa, kulpatni atapampa.
Over my dead body.
Uchleniuma, Chespo kututa Krista Krenko, Jak Oscar.
Yes, I bet you have.
Holy crap, did you see that?
It looks like both of them shot at the same time.
Somebody's been screwing with our evidence.
This is not right.
I move for a mistrial.
I request a continuance.
Order! Order!